Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. I think one of the most important things that I can talk about, and I don't think I really give it justice, I try to, but I think of the role that I've been given through the last several years of my life of trying to teach kids about fishing. That's a huge role. It's really important because what I'm really trying to do is affect not only their behavior, but their enjoyment that they can have as they go through life. And that's a big responsibility. And what I've found, and I guess this is what I want to give you if there's any lesson to be had in any of the reports that I do, is I think the key to all this is one word. And that one word is listen. Listen. When you go to teach kids about fishing or anything else in the world, I think it's important before you do that is to try to discover who that kid really is. And the only way that you can do that is to listen to what they might say. And when I used to teach the school with the Cornell Extension and our fish cap schools that we had, summer schools about fishing, one of the things that I started employing immediately was let the kids tell me stories. Tell me stories about when they were out in the outdoors, and some of those stories were fantastic. I mean, the Sasquatches that lived in the woods around us, and all these different things that they would tell. But they gave me an indication of what sparked the interest in the kids. And so I think, again, if I'm teaching kids about fishing, I think the most important thing I can teach them is ways for them to start. If they can start in the right manner, I think it can be easier for them going forward to develop whatever tendencies is important to them. Each kid is going to have their own way of casting. I may cast sideways. Another person will cast with a rod over their head. Or how are they going to reel it in? They're going to discover this in terms of what makes them happy, what rewards them. And I don't think you can oversimplify this. I think the most important thing of all is remember, it isn't important how big the fish are. It isn't important how many fish they catch. They'll discover what they like when they're out there. And I keep telling you folks about times when we had these classes and the kids out fishing. The things that they would be fascinated with a lot of times were the things that they would see as they were fishing. The little tiny tadpoles along the shore all of a sudden became more important for them to look at than whether they were getting a bite or not. Frogs seem to fascinate kids. And for them to learn that frogs can be aggressive, for them to be able to watch a frog try to quickly gulp down a fly, or even if you took your lure and stuck it down there, those frogs will try to attack it. So what's important? Not that you all know that frogs attack lures or do that, but the fact that the things that the kids see as they're fishing can become more important than how many or how big a fish that they catch. It's about listening. Listening, they'll tell you as you go along. They'll ask you questions. Rather than you try to lecture, let them ask questions that they want to know the answer to. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.